Good evening and welcome to the April 16th, 2026 City Council Special Meeting. Thank you for joining us. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Murphy,
Here.
Councilmember Watton, Councilmember Holloway,
Here.
Councilmember Washington,
Here.
Councilmember Cotton, here, Councilmember Johnson.
Here.
The roll is complete. We have a quorum.
Councilmember Watton has contacted me and asked to relay his request that he be excused from tonight's meeting. He's out of state as he was on Monday. Is there a motion to excuse Councilmember Watton?
Second.
Moved by Councilmember Holloway, second by Councilmember Washington. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The motion passes unanimously and Councilmember Watton is excused. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilmember Johnson, second by Councilmember Washington. Is there any discussion? All those that approve say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes unanimously and the agenda is adopted. Tonight's meeting is not a regularly scheduled meeting, but rather a special meeting. Under state law, only matters previously noticed may be discussed or have final action taken. Accordingly, there will be no public comments at tonight's meeting, and final action will not be taken on any matters as none were publicly noticed. This time we will go into executive session pursuant to RCW 42.30.1101I to discuss with legal counsel representing the agency matters relating to agency enforcement actions, or to discuss with legal counsel representing the agency litigation or potential litigation to which the agency, the governing body, or a member acting in an official capacity is or is likely to become a party when public knowledge regarding the discussion is likely to result in an adverse legal or financial consequence to the agency. We will also be conducting discussion under RCW 42.30.110H to evaluate the qualifications of a candidate for appointment to elective office. However, any interview of such candidate and final action appointing a candidate to elective office shall be in a meeting open to the public. The executive session will include the city attorney, Dina Burke, council members, and myself. The city clerk will be informed of the concluding time, which will be reflected in the meeting minutes. The anticipated end time of the executive session is 6:55.
Are we adjourning upstairs? You hear me?
All right, the council is back from executive session at 6:55. If there's no objection, we'll take a 5-minute recess. Seeing no objection, we're taking a 5-minute recess. We'll reconvene at 7 p.m. All right, we're coming back from our recess now at 7 p.m. Moving on the agenda to the next item. First, under special business, we have a discussion of council member vacancy applications. The published interview date for council member applicants for the empty seat was to be the next council meeting, which is April 27th. Given the disruption to the normal council meetings by extended public comments, as well as a desire to have further input from legal counsel, the concern was there wouldn't be enough time to do all of that and have applicant interviews. And so the council has decided to move applicant interviews to May 6th at 5 p.m. And that is we're going to move. The council didn't decide. They discussed it. I'm saying that we're going to move them to May 6th at 5 p.m. So that was the council member vacancy application item that was also on the agenda. Second, under special business, we have discussion of potential best land use in unincorporated UGI. And as a reminder, for state law governing special meetings, that is not regularly scheduled meetings. Only matters previously noticed may be discussed or have final action taken. And so for that reason, the council will not be able to take final disposition on any matters tonight. They will merely be able to have discussion of the topic. With that in mind, council, is there any discussion? You'll let me know if I can't see.
Mayor.
Councilmember Murphy, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some discussion here. You know, we really are grateful for our community to come out on Monday, and I see folks in the audience today. And I'm sorry I was not able to make it. You know, I think we're running out of time to act, and I think the time to act is now. We don't have a current proposal submitted to the county or to the city. We have a responsibility to take action, to pull every lever at our disposal to protect our public safety, our environment, our children, our families. And right now we have the chance. We're not going to always have it. So I think a pause, a moratorium buys us time to learn more, to engage with the county, to determine to determine our stance. So I'm excited to continue this dialogue with the council, with the city, with our residents, who I very much appreciate coming to our meeting. I don't view it as a disruption at all. So I'm pleased to have lots of public commenters, but that's just me. So there's more to come here, right? And our community is asking for more action than we have delivered, and we need to deliver results for them soon. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All right, Councilmember Cotton.
Yes, I'd also like to go on the record with agreeing with some of the information that has been brought forward by Councilmember Murphy and by the council as a group, at least being able to come together and show support for our community by having positive input, not only when it's needed at specific points and junctures of any processes that may be going forward by whatever agency in regards to this topic. But I think that we also just need to come out and say that we are hearing our community and that we are looking for ways to stand with you and, you know, show our support in the ways that we can do it. And I do agree that waiting for all the legal responses is a challenging thing. I think that it is, you know, there are things that we can do that don't have legal risk. And so I think we should go forward with those things as soon as possible, if not at this time. Thank you.
All right, any further discussion? There's no further discussion. That's the last item on the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn? Councilmember Holloway.
I don't think there's a single council member up here who doesn't feel there is need to engage.
Yeah, right.
It's not a single council member up here doesn't feel that there is a need to engage. What the argument is when and what form that engagement takes in this process. The issue at this moment is there is not a process to engage against, and engaging it before it is in place runs other risks, detrimental risks. Some council members may choose to ignore legal advice. I do not. I feel I have a responsibility for the citizens to take some of that legal advice and decide my next action. So I don't know that we have action tonight, other than we need to move forward with understanding what the process is moving forward, what those points of engagements are, what are the materials to take to those points of engagements, the concerns and facts supporting them. Again, if we do this knee jerk right now, it's talking into the dark at this stage. It's shadow boxing. I got nothing to engage against until the process is in flow. Okay, and it may be ignored. There's cost but little benefit in knee jerking a response at this juncture in time. Okay. So, and in part, that has been the legal advice provided to us.
Councilmember Washington.
Yeah, I'll just add to that, we just came out of executive session. If there was any advice that was given that doesn't come with legal risk, I didn't hear that coming out of the session. I think what I would say is this is a long game. I've had a lot of conversations with our residents that I agree with. And this is the long game that we really have to continue to evaluate before we move on to some strategies, because we just have to be careful, because there's a lot of risk that goes into this. I'll just leave it there.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yeah, I consider my role here as to consider the well-being of the city as a whole. And there are options that have been floated that I think would shut doors, that would actually undermine some of the things that either the council or that the public would want to have done, even though there may be an intent. I won't speak to the intent of any council member, of course, but there may be an intent to try to accomplish something, but some actions may actually undermine those very goals. And that is something that I'm concerned about. What I'm really committed to is making sure that as we go through the process, which there are no permits to my knowledge, therefore I don't know what the process is going to be. I want to make sure that our citizens' concerns and our residents' concerns are being heard at the appropriate times at every step of the way, and that the voice of the council and the city is at no point taken away from us. And that is my intent.
Mayor.
So thank you, Councilmember Murphy.
Yeah, so I think lots to consider. I'd say our residents, what I've heard of them, they're concerned. They they're not supportive of battery energy storage systems within our city. That's what our residents have said, right? And I think it's been almost unanimous, not quite. There's risk in remaining silent. I'll throw that out there. Getting on the record early before formal processes occur matters. And I think we have to look hard at our how we're being perceived, right? You know, I wasn't in the room last time. I heard many residents be very unhappy and dissatisfied with the result there, right? I think we have to do better. I think we have to do better for the residents. This does not mean putting ourselves in legal jeopardy. This does not mean disqualifying us from some process down the road that doesn't exist yet with a permit that hasn't been filed yet. I think we have to find a way to meet our residents where they are, right? And not show them with our deeds, with what we are doing, that we are responding to them, not with our words. Thanks. That's all I got.
Councilmember Cotton.
I would just like to say that I wish I had the eloquence, which I do not, to say the right things, to make it or come forward with an idea that would unite the council, because there is a clear division right now. And so, but I will tell you, from what I know of my fellow council members, we do all have the residents' best interests at heart. It's, I think, a difference of what some of us are willing to do going forward. And none of us are throwing caution to the wind, but I do believe that there are stands that we can take or put out now that have low legal risk or impact, and that we don't, even though there is not a agency that is the so-called permitting agency at this time, that we can still raise our concerns about public safety, the environment, our families, our first responders' safety, our evacuation concerns. All these things need to be addressed no matter what, whether it's for a BESS facility, whether we talked, it's about data storage or any other types of utility that might come through our way. We need to have those things in place no matter what. And the time for us to be working on that is now. And also the time for us to be standing with our citizens is now. And that's all I have to say on that right now.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yeah, I think that the number one priority of the council is public safety, and that the number two priority is the budget. But it's not really relevant right now. So yeah, I think that this is a very important point. Safety is a massive priority. I was canvassed by a member of the public, but unfortunately I wasn't home. I was teaching my daughter how to ride a bike at the time. I care an awful lot, and the stakes are very high.
All right, Mayor, move to adjourn.
There's move to adjourn by Councilmember Holloway, second by Councilmember Johnson. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed say nay. Meeting is adjourned at 7:15.